Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites. Try to come out here week in and week out. It's been a minute since we've been out here though. But you know, the Spirit of the Lord hopped on us, you know, to come out here to rebuke this 4th of July. You know, because you got a lot of our people, you know, they want to celebrate it, and really they don't even know what they celebrating the whole time. Because where was we at? The 4th of July, 1776. You know, we was in chains. We was in them fields picking all that cotton still. So you know, so what is we celebrating? You know, hold on, I got a precept. But first, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And let me kick it off with this precept real quick. Because a lot of people, they want to celebrate this independence of America. It don't got nothing to do with us. You know, the Israelites, we still in captivity, you know? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us." Because we still in the land of our captivity. We still in the same land where our brothers and sisters getting lynched. We still in the same land where the cops is killing us out on the street. We still in the same land where we was picking all this cotton. You know, we still here. You know, our Haitian brothers and sisters, they still over there. You know, where they had to work in them sugarcane fields, them mango groves, all of that. You know, our Native American brothers and sisters, they still down in South America. You know, and in Puerto Rico. You know, we got them over there. They was what is that? What they had them doing over there? It was basically they was doing the same thing we was doing over here. They was picking cotton. They was over there being enslaved too. You know, getting their land taken. Had diamond mines and gold mines and all of that. And the so-called white man came and snatched it up from right out their hands. So you know, we still in the land of our captivity. We still in the land where all our blood was shed of our ancestors. You know. Let me finish off on that. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers." So we out here, we being subject to payments still to this day. You know, I get my check in the mail, or I get a check from my job. What it say? You know, I gotta get that tax taken out. You know, Uncle Sam want his first. You know, he take his out before you even get the whole thing. You know,
It's like how they do it back in the ancient days. You work, they're supposed to pay you up front. You're supposed to get paid the same day, right?
Right.
Paid in full. You don't get that. You got certain apps nowadays like Uber, Lyft, and shit like that, but that still get taxed.
Right.
You don't even get that in full. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't even get paid the same day. And if you do get paid, you gotta wait a week or 2 weeks, right? But according to the scriptures, you're supposed to get paid when you work. You feel me?
Right. They want their cut like a damn middleman or something.
Right.
You know, they want their little cut, but they ain't putting in the same work as us. You know, they ain't the ones slaving them damn 60-hour weeks and all that. Right. They wasn't shooting with us in the gym.
Oh, bro.
You feel me? They wasn't doing all of that with us. They wasn't there getting their back toe up in them fields and all of that, working for nothing. And then now we gotta work for a little something, which is really pocket change, just enough to get you by. You know, they wasn't there for all that. You know, they was the ones pushing it on us. They was the ones putting us through it. So let me finish this up. It says, "According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God." So, you know, we here because of the iniquities of our fathers. We here because of the sins. You know, and we are our forefathers, if you understand regeneration, you know. So what? But even Yahweh Shah had to pay taxes, you know? Even his mother and his father. Let me bring that up. This is Luke chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, and it came to pass in those days that it went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. So it went out a decree from Caesar Augustus. He was the king of the Romans. You know, that the whole world, which was the known world, you know, should be taxed. You know, we was in captivity back then. We went from captivity from the Persians to the Greeks, then to the Romans. You know, we wasn't never free. We was always, we still in this same captivity like Baruch just said. You know, being subject to payments, you know, that's not being free. You know, being free is having your own piece of land and you don't got to pay on it. Being free is not having to pay no mortgage on your house. You know, being free is not having to pay no water bill. You know, you collect rainwater, they come and bill your ass.
And them necessities, you know what I'm saying?
Right, those necessities.
Food, water, you know what I'm saying? A house.
Right.
Those are basic necessities and you paying a tax for those things in this kingdom, right?
Come.
Go ahead, I'll read for you. Call out scripture. I got you.
All right, let me get Deuteronomy 28:46. Because it all go back to the curse this whole time. You know?
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. You said 46.
Yeah, I think that's what I want.
46. Yup. This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
Yeah.
And it says, "And they shall be upon you for a sign and a wonder, and on your descendants forever."
Salakia. So these curses gonna be upon us forever as a sign and a wonder. So we finna read this particular curse to show how we still in our captivity. How we still under these curses. How we still not free right now. Go ahead, you can read that, brother.
47. Because you did not serve the Lord your God with joy and gladness of heart for the abundance of everything. 48. Therefore you shall serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you, in hunger and thirst and nakedness and in need of everything.
Salakia. So he said we're gonna have to serve our enemies for one of all things, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. Like how we break down the brothers that when they be walking across, when they be walking in our path, when we trying to get them the truth, what we tell them? What the last place you had to go to buy some clothes? Walmart? Or who owned that? So-called white man. Ross, like the brother just said, the white man owned that. Marshalls, all of that. We gotta go to the so-called white man for one of all things. It said in hunger and in thirst. Brothers want that Zaxby's, brothers want that Raising Cane's, brothers want that Chick-fil-A. Who own all that? That's so-called white man. We don't got none of that. Ain't none of that bread coming in the hood. Ain't none of that bread going to no so-called Israelite man pockets.
Oh yeah. Then it says, I'm gonna read 48. 48 again. It says, therefore you should serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you in hunger and thirst and nakedness and in need of everything, and he will put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he has destroyed you.
Yep, and he put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he had destroyed you. Now, we got that same yoke of iron and it's on our brain now.
Mental, right?
It's mental. We want to celebrate the so-called white man holidays like we free right with them. Master celebrating, so we gonna go ahead and celebrate too. That's how our people, we out here destroyed. They say till you have destroyed thee, till you destroyed your mindset, till you don't want to fight back no more. He got you where what Stockholm syndrome is, where you fall in love with the person that's holding you captive. And we didn't fell in love with the person that's holding us captive, with the same person that's killing us every day. We want to pull our hearts out our chest and give it to them.
That's why the Lord said, come up out of her.
Right.
Come up out of her, my people, we should be destroyed.
Right. Yeah, bring that out. Bring Micah 2 and 10. So yeah, we gotta come out of these ways. This place ain't our rest. A lot of brothers I dig, they wanna get their money up. They wanna do all these things, trying to make it here in America. But this place ain't our rest. We was brought here to serve a sentence. We wasn't brought here to make it in America. We wasn't brought here to live the American dream.
Micah 2 and 10.
Yeah, Micah 2 and 10.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise and depart, for this is not your rest.
Salakia. It said arise and depart. Do that mean physically pack your bags and get up out of this place?
Salakia, you got some brothers who actually say that, man.
Right.
They say, oh, let's go back to Israel.
Right.
Well, that'll take away from the Lord's salvation. If we gonna physically pack up our bags and go back to Israel, then why would the salvation of the Lord be in vain, right? Because wouldn't the Lord come and get us from our captivity?
Exactly.
The land of our captivity?
Exactly.
So how we gonna get up and arise physically and go back to Israel?
Exactly.
You want more of that?
And people act like if you gonna rise up and leave Babylon and go to Israel, them curses ain't gonna follow your ass. Them same curses happen to them people over there. Brothers, sisters still over there getting raped. It's probably people with drugs over there. Them curses follow. We still in the ghettos over there, just like how we is over here. So it's more on that.
Yeah. It says, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is defiled. It shall destroy, yes, with utter destruction. Yeah, that's it.
Let me get Amos. Is it 7 and 15? Brother, you got a minute, brother? Can I ask you a question? All right, brother. 7 and 17.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17.
Salakia, before he read that, it said that Micah, it said that we go this land is polluted. You know, how is this land polluted? With the blood of our people. You know, with the blood of our people getting killed off in the streets. You know, brothers like George Floyd, brothers like Trayvon Martin. You know, even back in time, you got the Native Americans. This land soaked with their blood. You know, so go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17. It says, therefore, thus says the Lord, your wife should be a harlot in the city.
Salakia, a wife gonna be a harlot in the city. What you see you go on the Snap? You know, hey, this my OnlyFans account. You know, I'll show it all if you subscribe to this. You know, it's only $30 a month. You know, go ahead, come check it out. I got some. You know, what the brother just say? They shaking ass and all that. You see that even on Facebook. Some females will even show it to you for free. You don't even gotta sign up for the OnlyFans. You know, they just harlots in the city. Go ahead.
Your sons and daughters shall fall by the sword.
Oh, that sound like what that sound like something that's happening right now. You know, what 2 weeks ago, what they said 114 people got shot or something like that. Half of them was killed in Chicago, something like that. You know, that sound like that's happening today. So how's we free? You know, we gotta put these thoughts in our mind and come out of this what is it? This philosophy of how we free and how the white man just letting us do what we want to do. When the whole time we living right according to his plan. We being sheep. You know, when the Most High described us as sheep, you know, that's the ultimate metaphor for the nation of Israel, because we just do what the other nations tell us to do. We just do what our shepherd commands us, and right now our shepherd is the so-called white man. You know.
It says, your land shall be divided by survey line. You shall die in a defiled land, and Israel shall surely be led away captive from his own land.
Salakia. So it said, right, we gonna get led captive from our own land. That's what happened. That's why we over here in Babylon the Great and wherever else we scattered to in the first place, you know. And it say our land gonna be divided by line. You know, you could take that to Israel, how they got the so-called white Jews and they got the so-called Palestinians, you know, the Arabs. You know, they got them over there. They fighting over the land when the whole time that shit ain't even theirs. Remember when I was telling you what the girl was saying over there? She was a college student. She was like, I date this Arab, and you know I'm Jewish.
Oh yeah.
So you know, she's like,
she don't know about their relationship.
Right, she don't know about the relationship because they over there fighting. She's like, your ancestors took my land. Well, whole time, bitch, that's our land. I'm sitting here like, you ain't in no real Jew.
Y'all had us captive too.
Exactly, y'all both had us captive.
Right.
You know, it's saying Maccabees. Let me grab this real quick. It's saying the book of Maccabees, because some of these nations be thinking they innocent. But no, ain't nobody innocent when it come to Israel. This is the book of Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, what nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? So you know what nation ain't had their hand on Israel? You know, what nation ain't take part in our destruction, you know? Everybody then took part in that. Tyree, Zidon, you know, the Edomites, you know, when David said the Edomites came, when was it? I believe it was when the Babylonians came and took us captives. The Edomites came and started setting Jerusalem ablaze, man. You know, started setting the place on fire. What I was thinking about, I had another. You can read the end of that again. Oh yeah. So it said the land gonna be divided by line. So you know you got over in Israel our true land, which is divided by line by the so-called white Jews and the Palestinians, and then over here we divided by line. You know what, the Native Americans, they had this land. Now what they got? You know, they got these little sectors in the country called reservations.
Yep.
You know, that's divided by line. What else? How else is it divided by line? You got all the Israelites in the hood, and then what? Where's everybody else at? You know, everybody else is in the downtown areas. You know, in the big ass cities, living lavish and all that. Where we at? Right. Where we at? We in these cooped up.
That's why there's so much
Projects.
violence. You know what I'm saying? Cooped up. We all so close to each other. Then we got the curses upon us.
Exactly.
It's so easy to go kill your brother because you so cooped up. You in that land divided specifically for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Exactly. Let me get Obadiah 1 and 4. But you know, so like we just said, it's time to arise and depart, man. This place ain't our rest. You know, we gotta come out of these false philosophies of America. This place finna be destroyed, man. You know, and everybody that wanna be joined unto it, you go die by the sword, like it said in Isaiah. I might as well grab that next after this brother read this.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, though you ascend as high as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, for there I will bring you down, says the Lord Yahweh.
So that's talking about the so-called white man. You know, he ascend himself above the stars like that eagle, you know. What an eagle do? An eagle is like a top apex predator, you know. And I don't see you go on Animal Planet, you don't see no animal hunting no eagle, you know. Right, you see the eagle doing all the hunting, you know. So that's just like the so-called white man. Do anybody hunt the so-called white man? You know, do anybody hunt him out of these corporate buildings? You don't really see that. You know, the other nations, they might get into it with the other nations, but they can't necessarily come up. I just saw on I shared a link. It said Iran want to put out a warrant against Donald Trump. Put out a warrant against Donald Trump for killing what's the dude name? Qasim Soleimani. Yeah, Soleimani. Yeah, thanks, brother. So they want to put out a warrant for him killing them. You know, and they ain't gonna come hunt Donald Trump ass down to bring him to Iran so he can get tried for what they think he did.
But Trump will come over there and hunt their ass down.
Right, he will come over there. He will press that button,
that's
send
what
some
the eagle
missiles
do,
over
right?
there.
The eagle will hunt too. You feel me?
Right, exactly.
Con.
So it's more on that.
No, that's it.
I believe COVID made this they touch back. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that shit a hoax, man.
Yeah.
Clapping back, and they ain't telling us.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they can't put us in the war.
Look, brother, they say you get 2 weeks of result, right? How all these numbers skyrocketing, right? So when Illinois first opened back up, right? The same 2 days later, they talking about coronavirus went up 4,000 cases higher. After the results take 2 weeks, and all the people ain't getting tested either. You
Exactly.
feel me?
It wasn't
So how it's
even
going
been
up?
open
How y'all
2
know
weeks.
it's going up? You feel me? Ain't nobody stopping at no hospital getting tested for the coronavirus. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, calm, brother.
Let me get Psalms 58 and 3. Cause you know, just like the brother just said, you know, it be some lying going on. You know, and who is the biggest liar on the earth? The so-called white man, known as the wicked in the Bible, you know, known as El Diablo, you know, the devil according to the Bible.
This book of Psalms, chapter 53, 58 verse 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies.
Right, so as soon as they born, you know, as soon as the so-called white baby come out, they speaking lies, you know. That's just their nature. Let me read this in Habakkuk real quick. This the book of Habakkuk. If I can get to it, this shit's so small. This the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So, you know, the soul of the white man is not upright, you know. It's saying in Ecclesiastes, who can make straight what the Most High made crooked. You know, and the white man is born with a crooked spirit. He that same serpent, you know, not in the flesh, but like he that same serpent in spirit that was there in the garden. You know, that finesse Eve, you know, and to lead her to finesse Adam, you know, to have them go off against the Most High. You know?
That same spirit that was upon Cain.
Right, that same spirit. That same spirit. You know? So we gotta separate ourselves from these people, you know. We gotta separate from our enemies and realize that they are our enemies, you know. It called them our enemies in Deuteronomy 28:68. Said we was gonna be sold to our enemies. It don't get no plainer than that.
None.
You know,
Can't
who's we sold
justify.
to? Who's we sold to? We are sold to the so-called white man, you know. And the Lord called them what? Our enemies. And the Lord is not a man that he can lie. You know, let me bring that out real quick. This the book of Numbers, chapter, is it 19? I think it's 19. This the book of Numbers, chapter 19.
Hey, brother. Come talk to
Hey,
us,
check
brother.
it out.
Come over here, brother. We'll politics with him too.